to the nation's heartland, Topeka, Kansas. Annual NHRA Kansas Nationals, and you talk about a great weekend. The weather's been great for the fans. Weather's been even better, Tony Pedregon, for these race cars. They're loving it here.
Well, it's great, and we all anticipated warmer temperatures, and now we see a couple of clouds creeping in. But at this point, the competition gets tougher. The pressure builds for the drivers. For the tuners, you're going to have to find the fine line between too much and not enough.
Burnout complete for Steve Torrance. And then it's Doug Coletta. Torrance looking to go to his first final round ever as a professional.
Spanish national anthem.
Two teams who know how to go the distance in cup competitions, and more often than not get the job done. Barcelona's 38th final, a record 27 times they've lifted the Copa del Rey. Sevilla have just claimed a life-size replica, or will soon, of the Europa League trophy, having won that now 3 years in a row. This is their 8th Copa del Rey final, with 5 wins from the previous 7. Well, both sets of players looked remarkably calm as they arrived at the stadium earlier. So many players for the big occasion, including Ever Banega, who's outstanding in that second half on Wednesday against Liverpool. Koke, of course, took the major honours, scoring twice in a more advanced position, and he'll play there again tonight in the Copa del Rey final, met of course by his opposing captain Andres Iniesta. The green tie, the king is here of course for his cup, King Felipe. Well, there's no question Sevilla have to start quicker than they did against Liverpool. If they don't get out of the blocks sharply, they might be put to the sword by Barcelona.
Well, it'll be over by half-time, Kevin, and Unai Emery must know that. He would be disappointed with the way they performed the first half against Liverpool, but over the moon, obviously, by the second half performance. And he knows what his team's capable of, and he's saying, right, one last push, you know, before the end of the season. And it's the same for Barcelona. There's a lot of players will be going off on international duty, and they'll be looking to take a little bit of silverware with them, but one team's going to be happy tonight and one's going to be disappointed.
Former colleague of ours, Santi Solari, used to play his football here with Atletico Madrid once upon a time, and of course more famously with Real Madrid. We were talking to him on the touchline a few minutes ago, working for television in good spirits, and like us, expecting a cracking final. Two teams shared 2-1 home wins when they met in La Liga, and that celebrated 5-4 UEFA Super Cup win for Barcelona in Tbilisi. So they started the season against each other competitively, they'll end the season in the same position. An early touch here now for Gerard Piqué.
But you know, they'll both be relaxed because they both won a trophy this season, and that takes the pressure off. If you're coming into the final game of the season and you haven't got a bit of silverware, then the manager and obviously the players are going to be nervous. But I do feel Barcelona are red hot favourites. The bookies have got them at 5-1, which is not a bad bet if you're fancying Sevilla.
This is Jordi Alba. Mascherano. Sevilla hampered by injury and suspension. There's no Steven Nzonzi due to a ban, and Kolodjijak, the defender, also suspended. Krondeli, who scored 3 goals on the route to the final, the Danish international, out with a broken kneecap.
Certainly they have been hurt with injuries more than certainly Barcelona. Barcelona probably feeling their strongest side without a shadow of a doubt, and I do feel for them.
Left back as well, Jerry, no Tremolinas, who's been in that position for much of the season. So Escudero, who did okay against Liverpool on Wednesday, operates that left back berth again.
Yeah, he's experienced enough at 32. I just think they've got a lot of experience in the side, but they're going to have to make a mighty push, and it's going to have to work out for them well. I think they need an early goal just to spark it off nicely.
No free kick. No problems for Ter Stegen. Suarez feeling a bend to the head.
Well, there was jump, let's say. There's a hand goes up, but it's not an elbow. And nowadays players go down far too easy when there's some sort of contact.
Barcelona seeking their 4th trophy of the season. They've already won that aforementioned UEFA Super Cup, La Liga, for the 6th time in the past 8 seasons. Club World Cup, of course, in Japan. Owned in December. They started the Copa del Rey earlier than anyone in that first leg. As far back as last October against third tier Villanueva.
Yeah.
He finished goalless because Luis Enrique put a lot of his reserves out for that game.
Yeah, over 60 games both these sides have played here, which is a long season. But they've got quality in both sides. They've got a lot of quality. And that's dangerous when you allow Neymar to come short, get the ball and turn. And so far Sevilla look pretty compact.
Here's Rakitic. He's played more games than any Barcelona player this season, Ivan Rakitic. Busquets. Piqué. Barcelona always look to set the tempo, play the pace that they're accustomed to and enjoy.
There's a lot of players slipping. That's the second time Mascherano slipped. And have they selected their footwear right? Now, I didn't notice him coming out when we were down on the pitch earlier, Kevin. Didn't notice he wasn't one of the ones that actually came out. They slipped twice.
Cagey start from both teams. Plenty of respect being afforded to one another here. Here's Messi bursting into life. Strong to hold up the challenges. Pokes a pass to Jordi Alba. Support here from Neymar. Faced by 2. Messi. The feed. Neymar again, but it was Mariano who made the interception. Mariano Ferreira.
Yeah, I'm looking as well. Koke's quite deep. They've got their midfield 4. Well, it's the 2 wide players along with Chamberlain in midfield, and they're dropping deep and making it difficult. 2-1.
There's Vitolo finding Gamero. The ball has taken the centre forward's position. It's Kevin Gamero against Piqué, and Gamero denied a shot at goal by some swift alert defending from Mascherano.
Well, that's what he's good at. We've already said that. He's really electric over 5-6 yards, and he gets a half a yard on you and he can cause a problem. And Mascherano's done very well in the cover.
From a tactical point of view, Jerry, tonight, as far as Sevilla were concerned, we weren't sure whether Mariano Ferreira had a good game against Liverpool, particularly in that second half. was going to be wrist offside here against Gamero. Wrist at right back, whether they were going to put the normal right back Koke in there, but he's kept that right side the same as Wednesday.
He's kept the same shape, as you can see there. That's the ball being played well. He's just offside. Two of them are about half a yard offside. Good. And PK got his hand up straight away, leaked the line.
Because we wondered if Koke had gone to right back, whether that might have cut off the route for Konopka.
But I think it looks like he's Kolombianka's on the bench now. I think he's going to use him as a substitute if he needs to. And he can be a real impact player. He scores goals from midfield. And that's a good run. And they're defending well and hitting on the break, which is what we expected.
Koke's pass not anywhere close to finding Gamero.
Well, he made the run, Gamero, and then he checked, and the pass was already on its way.
Luis Suarez, 59 goals this season. Outstanding campaign from the Uruguayan. Messi has the shot blocked. Good defending that from Sevilla. Now Gamero. Too hot for Mascherano initially. Ter Stegen wanting to get back home.
Keeper sweeper, that was excellent play there. Well, that was Iborra breaking from midfield, and Gamero's dragged the defenders out and put a really interesting ball in behind them. Well done to Ter Stegen.
I don't know about you, Jerry, but I quite like Iborra in that position, and look out for his aerial strength too.
He's excellent in the area. That's why he's got 9 goals this season, Kevin. He's a real handful, but he can defend. He's got a good engine.
It's his ball, looking for Gamero, but Piqué's in charge.
He keeps putting his hand up there. That was a really interesting call, because I'm not sure he was offside, but it's certainly going to test the linesman.
Jordi Alba. Busquets finding his captain, Iniesta. Suarez, decent movement, he's onside. Suarez!
Wow. Great opportunity there. Super play, Andres Iniesta, who's flipped it over the defender in midfield's head, just here. And I'm disappointed, because I thought Daniel Carrico should have came and closed him down. And he's allowed Suarez to get the shot off. Missed the target. For 59-goal Louis, he will be disappointed.
40 of those 59 goals came in the league. Won the Pichichi for the top league scorer. Mascherano with time. Spears that forward rather aimlessly.
Well, Barcelona are trying to dictate the tempo. And you can see here, that's the block on Messi. Excellent block it was. And he skips past one before he gets the shot. Just wondering how much space he's going to get, because it's 2 banks of 4, Kevin, really.
The Sevilla fans making all the noise inside the Vicente Calderon at the moment.
every week. Having a week off is not something Barcelona is used to. Does that affect the build-up of a matchup with such importance as this final?
I think towards the end of the season you can appreciate whatever day off you may have, whatever rest you can get, and it allows everybody to be fully healthy. Really, if you're Sevilla, the last thing that you wanted to see was a rested and ready Barcelona.
And a full squad Barcelona as well. They brought everyone. Claudio Bravo, the starting goalkeeper in La Liga, was hurt. He came out of the emergency room and into the squad and called up for this match. He's sitting on the bench. Claudio Bravo, the Chilean goalkeeper, who will be playing in Copa America as well in the coming weeks. Suarez with the foul on Krychowiak. Suarez believes the foul was called by the assistant referee. A good look at it again.
Well, it's a clear foul.
Looking for Gameiro. But it took a deflection on the way. And that will be Sevilla's first corner kick of the game.
And this is an area where Barcelona is not able to defend very well. Look for Vicente Iborra to try to get on the end of this. No David Nsonsi. Iborra then becomes the target.
They play it short. Banega, far post, looking for Adil Rami. This is Escudero. Brings it back in. There was a foul. Iborra committed the foul. No wonder he was all alone and unmarked. Sergio Busquets was marking the former Levante player.
Well, you have a problem with a two-handed push. And it wasn't needed for Iborra because once the ball is floated into the air, he has a clear advantage of guys like Busquets, and it's something that Sevilla could use. As we know, Barcelona doesn't defend well, doesn't feel all that comfortable in those balls in the air and set pieces. Again, Iborra will be a target throughout the night.
15th minute of play here in the Vicente Calderón. Barcelona trying to defend their Copa del Rey title. Messi was looking for the ball and he was fouled by Vitolo. Plays it quick. Rami to clear it. That's Busquets. Nifty move by Iniesta. Too far, and it gives Mariano a chance to recover on Neymar. That's when the touch it was Mariano. They play it off the corner. Not holding much of the responsibility to create play. Iniesta in the middle of the field. This team used to have their engine room in the midfield. Now it's pretty much just passing duties there to look for the forwards. They were looking for Busquets. It goes untouched. Back for Sevilla. This is Luis Enrique, the head coach of Barcelona side, trying to repeat the double. Domestic double meaning winning La Liga and the cup title in the same season. They did so last year when they went on and won the treble, adding the European Cup, the UEFA Champions League. That was Luis Enrique's first season in charge. It's been more than 50 years since a coach went on to win back-to-back Liga and Copa titles. Mariano. Went off of Andrés Iniesta. Vitolo had gone all the way across the field, changing his position. This is Koke, twice the scorer in Basel at the Europa League final. Vitolo with the fake, he goes into the box. Vitolo, Koke mishits it, and Escudero with some space. Nice save by Ter Stegen, and clear the way. Barcelona having a tough time now.
Nervous moments for Barcelona defensively. Good turn down the right-hand side by Vitolo. Finding Koke in a very advantageous position. Koke opens up his body, but certainly doesn't make the contact that he wanted.
And Neymar showed the ball to Rami, who just steals it away. Maniga. Sevilla trying to prolong their best run of play in this one. Ter Stegen certainly has saved the closest thing we've had. Krychowiak protecting it. Rakitic steals it. Now Messi. Down goes Krychowiak, and down goes the Argentine. It's a free kick for Barcelona.
Messi wins the ball back from Krychowiak. And once he gains that position, he becomes so very dangerous. Krychowiak goes down. It's a clear foul. And now an opportunity for Barcelona.
Look at Sergio Rico, called up by Vicente del Bosque to go to the European Championships, alongside David De Gea and Iker Casillas. Rico had an amazing game against Barcelona back in October when Sevilla won it. Flag up as an offside position is called on the free kick.
Dani Alves seemed to have started in an offside position, and even if they didn't call that, they could have called the foul on Iborra as he pushed from behind. It's a good start of the game by Sevilla. If you're Emery, you're happy with the way the game is going so far. Not a lot of established possession by Barcelona. Comfortable start to the match for Sevilla.
Koke, Gameiro leaves it behind. Nothing happening on that shot, as now Rakitic has some space. He's got Luis Suarez on the right. He'll feed the Uruguayan. Back for Messi. And he finally, he does, Iniesta. And Iniesta opens it up to the right with Dani Alves. Unai Emery certainly said the best medicine for tired legs is a victory, and they certainly had that on Wednesday, but could that be enough to prevent Sevilla from suffering what would be normal fatigue after just landing in Sevilla at 6 a.m. on Thursday, not practicing on Thursday, getting back to practice after that victory on Wednesday against Liverpool, barely getting their legs running on Friday, coming back here yesterday.
You can make an argument that there could be a hangover for Sevilla, but the fact that they started the game so well, I think it's something that they can build upon. Mentally, they seem very much in the match. Physically, they seem okay so far, and if Barcelona doesn't get a hold of the ball, then you don't have to defend as much if you're Sevilla.
Which is what we're seeing, right? 20 minutes, and Barcelona has not really been that precise team they got us used to being.
And part of that is that Sevilla has been very well organized. Fatigue becomes a problem later in the match, and then you don't become so organized defensively, and now the possession becomes a little bit better for Barcelona. That's when Sevilla will be tested.
Messi, nicely done on 22 minutes in. No score here to Vicente Calderon in Madrid. Dani Alves comes in short on Messi. Suarez in the box. Goes into Sergio Rico, who clears it. Now Banega. No option to go on the counter quickly. Banega having to look for that ball as Messi was well aware there was no one there for Sevilla to keep it. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. Messi back for Alves. Long possessions is what Barcelona is looking for now to kind of disrupt the well-organized Sevilla side. Jordi Alba upfield, well done by Mariano. Mariano and Koke, two right backs, with Koke playing upfield. Same thing Unai Emery did in Basel against Liverpool. And it worked well there for the second half, or at least in the second half.
Oh, both Mariano and Koke had outstanding matches in that Europa League final. Mariano always an outlet down the right-hand side. Don't quite understand why goalkeeper nowadays, when they put two hands on the ball, don't quite catch it. Sergio Rico giving a rebound and then the save by Ter Stegen.
Carrizo looking for Iborra. Rakitic. And it's Sevilla's ball from the rebound. Over to the side with Mariano. Player down for Sevilla on the opposite end. Sevilla are aware of that. Unai Emery wants them to keep the ball in play. Using that as a distraction as well. Koke. Gameiro back for Koke. Alves pressured by him. And cleared away by Jordi Alba. Rami. Outfield for Gameiro. Out of bounds by Jordi Alba. It didn't work, but he tried it. Unai Emery told his players to keep on playing regardless of the fact that Vicente Iborra was down on the other side of the field. Former Bordeaux player Mariano into the box. Rakitic back out. UEFA Euro 2016 kicks off on June 10th with the host France facing Romania in the first of 51 matches, all of which can be seen live on ESPN and ESPN2. Watch out, Krikoviak, back for him. Onside was Iborra, Ter Stegen. Gameiro was offside, flag up.
And once again, nervous moments for Barcelona defensively. And it is indeed Gameiro that is in an offside position. Iborra is fine. I don't know that he knows that he has as much time as he does. Tries to flick it on rather than bring it down. Doesn't make contact. Wasted opportunity for Vicente Iborra.
Mariano doing a great job on Neymar. Not seeing the best of the Brazilian superstar in the latter part of this season.
It's the fact that he paid $9 million for a plane. That'll put your mind in a difficult place.
Lots of pressure riding on him this summer as well, as Brazil is playing host to the Olympic Games, a title in football that they've never won. Messi, who's looking for Suarez, ended up in the hands of Sergio Rico.
You're right, Fernando. Neymar has not been at his very best over the last couple of months or so, and really, I go back to him going to play for Brazil in the last round of World Cup qualifiers down in South America in the last FIFA break. And ever since he came back, it just hasn't been the same for him. Things were coming very easy to Neymar in the beginning and the middle of the season, and yet in the closing months, has had difficulties finishing chances, finding open spaces, and overall his game has dropped off.
Escudero, Dani Alves, played 6 seasons with Sevilla. As of late, Monchi Rodriguez, the general manager for Sevilla, has gained a lot of plaudits because of the way he operates in the transfer market. Dani Alves was his first big signing for Sevilla when he came along. Some think Monchi is the cornerstone of what has been the greatest decade for Sevilla. If you think about it, they won 4 titles in their first 100 years of existence. 9 since 2005.
Yeah, and that doesn't come just from the players. It comes from the club as a whole. The building of a certain culture in terms of what the expectations are, player acquisition, player personnel, coaching, front office, it all comes together and it certainly shows up in the results.
Messi leaves behind Escudero. Dani Alves tried to flick it back to him. This is Ever Banega. Well played inside for Koke. They were playing with a man advantage on the right side of the field. They couldn't take good use of it. Alba. Jordi Alba, who used to play for Unai Emery when he coached Valencia. It was actually Emery who turned him into a left back. Here's Busquets. Leo Messi. He's got some space. Here comes Messi. He was brought down when he was trying to look for Suarez. Ball back for Piqué. Rakitic, Iniesta. 4th time these teams face each other this season. It all started in the first game of the season for both of them. They played over 60 games each team. They met in Georgia for the UEFA Super Cup. It became a thriller. 9 goals scored in that one. 5-4 win for Barcelona. Last October, Sevilla won it 2-1. Neymar inside for Alba. It'll be Barcelona.